excruciating. People say it's like feeling all the bones in your body breaking. Sickle cell is a genetic disease you can't spot by looking at someone. But a brother and sister living with the invisible illness are remarkably determined to live full and meaningful lives. They're tonight's miracle moment. Bianca and Chris Silfroyd greet their nurse Rachel Toa like she's a close friend. Now in their 20s, she's taken care of them most of their lives.
When I was younger, no, it was more of a secret thing. I wanted it to be secret because, people looked at me with pity, and I didn't like that.
Bianca and Chris were born with sickle cell disease. For that to happen, they have to inherit the gene from both parents. The normally flexible red blood cells turn into rigid crescent shapes, sickle cells that get stuck in blood vessels, blocking blood flow and causing that severe pain.
It doesn't sting in one spot. It could start in the legs, then it'll go to your back, your chest, your arms.
The pain episodes can last for hours or even weeks. Changes in the weather, dehydration, and exercise can be triggers. For Bianca and Chris, sickle cells cause them to miss many days in school and spend many nights in the hospital.
It's either she'd be in the hospital, and then she'd come out and I'd go in.
When she was 7, Bianca got so sick, doctors put her into a medically induced coma. She missed months of school and had to repeat 2nd grade. Now at 24, she still gets monthly transfusions to lower her risk for complications. People with sickle cell are also at a greater risk for a serious lung condition called acute chest syndrome, as well as organ damage and stroke. Rachel Toa is tracking more than 200 kids and young adults with the disease at Golisano and says sickle cell and those who have it deserve more attention. In the U.S., the disease affects around 100,000 people. 90% of them are Black.
This disease is horrible, and these kids and adults live with pain daily. They chronically have pain every day. They go to work, and they just kind of have to live with pain. And then eventually, when it gets too much, then they seek out us. But every day, these people live with pain, and they're amazing for what they go through on a daily basis.
Bianca and Chris are both pursuing careers in nursing. Pediatrics for Bianca, phlebotomy for Chris. Both nods to their own struggles with hopes of advocating for sickle cell patients in the future. That's why Bianca and Chris, you're our miracle moment. Sickle cell disease is something Bianca and Chris will deal with all their lives. Stem cell or bone marrow transplants are the only cure, but aren't done very often because they have significant risks.
Yeah, I can't imagine what they've had to go through growing up with that and having to repeat 2nd grade because she was in the hospital so long. They have remarkable good attitudes.
They do, and they've just started talking about it more and sharing a little bit more with their network of friends. But as you heard Bianca say at the beginning of the story, it was something she didn't want to tell anyone when she was growing up because she didn't want anybody to feel bad for her.
Yeah, or think that there's something wrong with her or whatever. She's just trying to power through it. And good for them. They're powering on right now.
Yes, they sure are. They're amazing.